Hi, I'm Simon from the Red Room. Today we're going to be looking at the Olympus Trip 35. Really fantastic little camera. Was ubiquitous in the 70s and 80s. Simple to use. Had a selenium cell to power the camera and also act as a light meter. And this was a Olympus Zuiko f2.8 40mm lens. Really sharp lens. Zuiko lenses are incredibly sharp. They're amazing. And you simply focused. You had a little mountain symbol there. 3 people there. 2 people there. 1 person there. And that corresponded to 1 meter. 1.5 meters, 3 meters, and infinity. And it had 2 shutter speeds, 40th of a second and 200th of a second. Was simple to use and load. Shutter count, release button, hot shoe, rewind lever, and wind on here, and the viewfinder. And then film rewind button there. And tripod mount there. Very straightforward. It was a focal plane shutter. You opened it on here. So there's a focal plane shutter. Very straightforward to load. Left to right, as all cameras. So different to the Rolly of our previous episode. A bit simpler to load. And the one thing about this camera, which is interesting, so if you're going to pick one up, the thing to check is to cover the selenium cell and then press the shutter. And what you should see, if it's all working fine, is that little red thing pop up in the viewfinder. And then you know everything is working really well. And you can go ahead and buy it. Because when you take that off, it picks up the light, and if I wind on, the shutter fires. So today I thought we'd go out and go to Ogmore by Sea. And there's a castle there, as many castles in Wales. It's a fantastic country for castles. And we would shoot some stuff on the Olympus and see how that goes. So let's get on the bike and get out there. So today I've come to Ogmore by Sea and to have a look at Ogmore Castle, which is over my right shoulder there. It's in South Wales in the UK, and I thought we'd take out the Olympus Trip 35 with some Kentmere 400 ISO film in it to see what we get and capture some of the ruin and some of the surrounding scenery as well. It is a fantastically glorious day in the end of April 2025. So without further ado, let's take a walk. Will I fall in? This is the question. I suppose it all adds. If I don't fall in, I'll just gradually get viewers. And if I do fall in, then most probably it'll go viral and I'll become rich. Doesn't look like I've fallen in. Oh well, I won't become rich. fantastic day today was. 27 degrees out on the bike, and just an immaculate, beautiful day. Blue skies all day, and I think Ogmore Castle was looking pretty splendid. Interesting little place, and I think this particular shot where we are looking through the trees was the sort of the better of the shots today. The shots were okay. I think they weren't anything to write home about, but the actual camera itself, the little Olympus, I think really did shine. The lens is fantastically sharp. The exposures were great. Everything on the all the negs came out well, all nice and sharp, all well exposed, and such a simple camera to use. And to be able to get shots like this just sort of goes to prove, really, you don't need to spend huge amounts of money on analog cameras to actually get something which is a joy to use and yields results which will look great on your wall. So you can have great fun with it, and it's a really great little camera, pretty foolproof to use. You can't really go wrong with it. And as it happens, three of my sons actually have this camera, and they have just such fun shooting with it. And we come back to the darkroom and we dev them and print them and scan them. So yeah, so highly recommended. If you can pick one of these up, and make sure you test the little red flag coming up in the viewfinder to make sure that it's a good working model. And yeah, you shall purchase something which is a great joy to own. So please do join me for the next episode, where we'll be looking at another piece of kit and go on a trip to another location. Really looking forward to that. Hopefully the weather holds out, and look forward to seeing you next time. So you take care, have a good week, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.